Okay, folks, I think we're going to get going. I was trying to share my screen there, as you probably could see. I'm going to try again now. I've got some slides for you. But welcome to our November webinar. Give me 1 second. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm just going to do that for you, and we can get going. There we are. Okay. So hopefully you can see that now. But anyway, welcome and welcome to our November webinar. You have Kartik, Cannon, and I today. And we have a nice agenda for you. For those of you who were at our webinar in October, you would have known we launched the beta of Ally on the Envision glasses. Well, today we're celebrating the production of Alpha onto the Ally, sorry, onto the Envision glasses, as well as to celebrate our holiday promotion. I also have some other updates for you about what's coming. And of course, we have our questions and answers. Now, for those celebrating Thanksgiving, happy Thanksgiving, and thank you for taking the time in your celebrations to be with us. For those not celebrating Thanksgiving, I'm glad you could come anyway. And for those watching on a recording, thank you as well. So we're going to mix things up a bit. We're actually going to go under the hood with Kartik to start things off with. Then I'm going to talk briefly about our holiday promotion and something new and exciting as well in that promotion. And taking us into December, I'm going to give you a heads up for our December webinar, which is actually earlier than usual because of the Christmas holidays. We're doing that on December the 19th. That's a Thursday, so in a few weeks' time. But the exciting thing there and the new thing that we're doing there, we're actually giving some well-deserved recognition and kudos to our active members in our community. Envision wouldn't be what we are today if it wasn't for our incredible community members. And this year, more than any, we've had so much engagement with our community in our product development, in our supporting each other in the community, and even in our marketing. So this sort of award is informal, it's fun, but it's actually, we want to give the recognition for those in our community who've really been there for us. And we'll, of course, be talking about the looking ahead to 2025. I can't imagine what we're going to be doing next year, bearing this year. But I'm going to leave that difficult discussion for the Kartiks to talk to you on. And then, of course, we're going into some questions and answers. So as ever, let me just give a little bit of housekeeping. We are recording. You can see it's up on the screen. I'm recording it and it's streaming live now on YouTube. And we will do our best as ever to answer all the questions that you might have at the end of the session on the Q&A. I'm going to unmute people so that you can speak if you're joining us by Zoom today. So when I invite you to do that, please unmute yourself. And you can do that with Alt plus A for Windows and Command plus Shift plus A if you're joining us on a Mac. That's it if you want to ask us a question live. You can also on Zoom type your questions into the Q&A window. And of course, as I said, raise your hand if you want to be heard. And you can raise your hand, sorry, there's some shortcuts for that too. Option plus Y on a Mac and Alt plus Y on a window machine. And on YouTube, just use the chat function. And I'll be in there and I'll try and pick up those questions. So without further ado, I'm going to go back to now stop sharing my screen, hopefully, and pass over to Kartik Cannon, who's going to take us under the hood today. I can't imagine what you've got for us, Kartik, but please go ahead.
Sure. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much once again for joining us on another webinar, and happy Thanksgiving for everybody who's celebrating it across the world. So the last time we were here on last month's webinar, we got a sneak peek into Envision Ally on the glasses. And, it's gone from a sneak peek to a public beta. And now everybody who has the Envision glasses has access to Envision, to Ally. And I've been hearing some amazing stories of people using the Envision glasses, the Ally feature on the Envision glasses. classes. One of the things that really reached out to me was people using Ally on their glasses to play video games. So, people would, all these notifications that pop up on video game screens, they used to be incredibly inaccessible for people. And now the beta testers have been playing their favorite video games that they otherwise could not play with Ally. I've had people, read ingredients of box labels with Ally, and then help take its help to go ahead and cook as well. So there's a lot of very interesting stuff that's coming out with Ally, stories that people are sharing. So please continue to keep sharing these stories with us. We substitute these stories for coffee at Envision for energy, and keeps us going. I've got some sneak peek for you all today, and this is something that a lot of you have requested at Envision, and or rather on the beta channels, and have written to us about. And the first thing that I'm going to show you today is Ally being multilingual. So everyone wanted to speak to Ally in their own language. So I'm going to go ahead and speak to Ally in my language, which is Tamil. And it's quite phenomenal because for the longest time, uh, whenever you wanted to learn how to use computers, you always had to learn English, because English was pretty much the language dominant with computers for the longest time. And I remember as a kid, I wanted my grandmother to use computers, but then she didn't learn how, she didn't know English, and so she couldn't use computers. But if she was around today, she would basically talk to a computer in her own language, and she'd be able to use computers just like the rest of us. So I'm very excited for this feature of Ally, and I'm just going to go ahead and show you a quick demo of that, and let's hope it works.
Hey there, how's your day going so far?
நல்லா இருக்கு. என்கிட்ட நீங்க வந்து தமிழ்ல பேச முடியுமா? I'm going to try that again. Hello, எப்படி இருக்கீங்க? நல்லா இருக்கீங்களா?
வணக்கம், எனக்கு தமிழில் பேச பயமில்ல. எப்படி இருக்கீங்க?
நாளைக்கு வந்து ஆம்ஸ்டர்டாம்ல போகும்போது நான் கொடை ஏதாவது எடுத்துட்டு போகணுமா?
நாளைக்கு ஆம்ஸ்டர்டாமில் வானிலை ஒரு சுத்தமான மழையுடன் காணப்படுகிறதாமே. வெப்பநிலை 7 இருக்கும். ஃப்ரெஷ் குளிர்காக தயார் ரூம்.
ஆம், எனக்கு வந்து என் வீட்டு பக்கத்துல என்னென்ன திரைப்படங்கள் ஓடுதுன்னு சொல்ல முடியுமா உங்களால?
That's awesome. I'm all ears. Well, metaphorically speaking.
Okay, she switched over to English. But another feature that I wanted to also quickly show you with Ally is being able to go ahead and ask it questions about the calendar. So, hey Ally, can you tell me?
Spicy. Feel free to dive.
Another feature that I wanted to kind of show with Ally, apart from the multilingual feature that I just showed you, and I just had a conversation with it in Tamil, which is my native language, and I asked it, how's it doing? Do I need to carry an umbrella if I'm going to visit Amsterdam tomorrow, and so on. And Ally speaks more than 40 different languages. So you could speak to it in Spanish, in Dutch, in Arabic, in Chinese, in Hindi, Tamil, Telugu, and so many more languages apart from English. And Ally would be able to understand that, and would be able to respond to it in those languages as well. Another feature that's coming to Ally, which I'm quite excited about, is you can connect Ally with your calendar, and you can ask it questions about what meetings do you have planned, and who's joining those meetings, and things like that, right? So I'm going to go ahead and show you how that works right now.
Hey there, how's it going? Hope you're having an awesome day.
Hey, Alai, can you tell me what my agenda looks like tomorrow before lunch?
Let's take a peek at your schedule for tomorrow morning. Just a moment while I request access to your calendar. I've requested access to your calendar, and we're waiting for that to come through. I'll let you know as soon as your schedule is available. Here's what your morning agenda looks like for tomorrow. It kicks off with accounting day at the stroke of midnight, lasting until 1 a.m. Then, things start buzzing again at 10 a.m. with the EG weekly meeting. You'll be at the huddle with a lively bunch. Furkan, KK, KM, Ali Khan, and Armin. Finally, the computer vision catch-up takes you through the 11 a.m. hour. It's a session without a location, but full of insightful discussion with KK, Kirash, and Ali Khan. Your morning's packed with both teamwork and tech talk.
Do I need to carry an umbrella tomorrow for my 10 a.m. meeting?
For your 10 a.m. meeting tomorrow, it looks like it'll be a day of broken clouds with a cool 7 degrees Celsius. No rain expected, so you can probably leave the umbrella at home and enjoy the crisp, cloudy vibe.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. If you need anything else or have more questions, feel free to ask. Have an amazing day.
So that was a quick, sneak preview of the multilingual feature coming onto Ally, and also the calendar feature. The calendar feature is going to come a little bit later, so we're going to go ahead and do a bit more work in there before we can ship it to people. And the multilingual feature is going to be available in the next couple of days. And all of these features, the multilingual feature especially, is going to be available on all the platforms Ally is on. So if you're using Ally on the glasses, you can talk to it in your own language. Ally on the web is also going to be getting this along with iOS and Android as well. And similarly with the calendar feature too. We also have some other improvements coming to Ally. We're going to make it more energy efficient, which means Ally would take up less energy. It won't be the heaters that you would expect it to be during winter time. It's going to be nice and cool because we're working on a lot to make sure that it's as energy efficient as possible. And we have some more improvements coming in as well. But I'm super excited for all the stuff that I've showed you right now. There's some other very cool stuff in the works as well, such as Ally being able to remember things and you being able to upload your massive PDF files or PPT files and have a conversation with Ally again in any language you please, and so much more. So we have all of that coming, and I'm excited to share that with you in the coming weeks. So that's it from me.
That's great. Thank you so much. That's very fantastic. Thank you so much, Kartik. I'm just going to pop the screen back on here so we can just run through the rest of those slides. But what I was going to say is that, yeah, we've got some super exciting stuff happening with Ally and across the board, right? So let me just pop in here. We're under the hood. Okay, great. Okay, guys. So yeah, I've got some updates. We probably been promoting this heavily on social media if you're in our any of our followers or in our community. Every year we try and do something special. We had actually a spring promotion this year, but this autumn and winter we wanted to do something to celebrate the arrival of Ally. We've been talking about it and it's here. And so what better than to also put a package together for the Holla Ally Day season, and we've got 10% off the Envision glasses on all editions. We've also got a beautiful Ally branded power pack that we're giving away. I don't actually have it with me. It's in the office, but if you look on socials, there's a very funny video of me presenting it. But what's so nice, we've extended our 60-day return period. So actually you can try this out for 60 days and return it and get full refund. And that's a really special thing that we've been wanting to do for a while. And I think that's fantastic for this time of year. And we've upgraded to a 2-year warranty for the home and read editions as well. So it's a great opportunity to, give the gift that keeps on giving. And we are partnering with our distributors on this as well. But of course, you can also buy that directly from our own web shop. And that's at let'senvision.com. So www.let'senvision.com. But I'm not here to sell, believe it or not. I actually wanted to also give you a little heads up into where we are. As I mentioned, that this is a somewhat shorter webinar than normal, simply because our last one was so full, and so many people are, of course, away with Thanksgiving. But no less important. And the last webinar of the year, we always like to do a year wrap, look back at the year we've had, and every now and then it's really important to reflect. And I won't go into all of that now, but it's been a landmark year for us. And 2025 looks to be incredible. I've just seen a question come in, Kartik, from somebody on YouTube asking where they think Ally will be in April next year. I'm going to let you ponder that one while we before we get to the Q&A. But yeah, it is incredible. If you think where we've come in the last quarter, in the last 3-4 months, where we're going to be in 2025. But we also want to use this to say thank you and give recognition to some amazing people in the Envision community. Some of you may be on this call, and you'll certainly know each other if you're active in any of our communities. So I'm super excited. We're going to be doing that with Charmaine, who is our community manager as well. So now we're going to go to questions and answers. I'm going to stop sharing so you all know the drill. And I'm going to see if there are any raised hands here. Oh, you're all quiet. Maybe it's the turkey. So please raise your hands, guys and girls. I don't see if there's any questions here coming up in the Q&A either. And I'm checking on YouTube. I'm actually going to Kartik here to say, hey, oh, I do have a raised hand, but I'm going to ask Kartik to answer that question. Where is Ally going to be in? And this is from the lovely Blind Country Records is his working name or her working name on YouTube. So where are we going to be in April next year with Ally, Kartik?
We're going to be at a place which makes the current Ally feel old. That's what I would say. I think we're at a point with Ally where we're adding a lot of things very quickly, and so much of it is stuff that feels like science fiction. Just at the beginning of this year, if someone told me that we're going to be, in December or in end of November, we're going to have a real time conversational Ally that we can just talk to back and forth, and you can ask all of these different types of questions to it, and it will give you these answers. I would have really just, I would have just wanted to check my blood alcohol levels. That's what I would have done. But I think that it's going to be science fiction in April. I think there's so much going to happen in the next 3 months with Ally and with the AI world in general, and we'll be incorporating all of that into it, and it'll be amazing. I think it's just phenomenal stuff that's happening in the world today.
And just to be clear, right? So Ally is on the glasses now. It's also still in beta testing and on smartphones and on web, right?
Yes. So it's going to be, it's already in beta testing for the web, for the desktop. So anyone who has, anyone who basically wants to run Ally on their desktop can just go to web.ally.me, and then they can, or they can sign up for a beta, and then we send them, the link and the password. They can just go ahead, log in, and start using it. So I think, we'll also at some point begin to explore maybe more dedicated desktop, apps. But for now, the web is a great platform to build on. So we're just going to continue building on that. Yeah.
Awesome. No, that's great. And I see we've got some questions coming up here. I've got a couple actually in the Q&A, and I've also got a raised hand here. So I'm going to go to the raised hands with Anatoly. I'm going to give you permission to talk there. Anatoly, do you want to unmute yourself and ask your question? Yeah. Can you do that? I can't unmute you, unfortunately. Or maybe I can. Hang on a second. Let me see if I can
No,
unmute you.
no, I think it's not possible for us to unmute
No, we
them, but
can't, unfortunately. No
yeah,
worries.
yeah,
When you're ready, just jump on in.
yeah.
We're not
I
going
think
anywhere. I've got a couple of other questions here. Can you see them as well, Kartik?
yes.
Okay, do you want to go
So
ahead?
yeah, I think Michael's asking about Ally
Hi,
coming
Michael.
onto onto other smart classes.
Yeah.
So uh, you know the answer to that is never say never. I wouldn't dismiss like or envision coming on to other classes, but at the very moment, the best hardware we can ever imagine for for the envision software to be on is the current version of the hardware that we have. I think the current hardware gives us incredible flexibility in building a product that's aimed at accessibility, that is aimed at helping people who are blind and low vision, right? So I think other platforms are on the rise and other smart classes are coming out, and we are actively exploring them. But we don't get that kind of flexibility that we have with the current hardware, right? So it's our aim to support the current hardware that we have with Envision, with the current Envision glasses hardware as much as possible, and a lot of the features that we have planned for not just the coming year, but for the coming years, uh, always takes into account the existing hardware. So we're open to new hardware, but there's a lot more that we can get out of the existing hardware that I think we have a long way to go with what we have, the current version of the glasses.
Yeah, thank you, Kartik. And Michael's just asked us to say again the website to apply for the beta for Ally on the desktop. So if you want to apply, you just go to ally.me, that's right, and choose
Correct.
your platform, right?
Yeah, yeah. So you just go to ally.me and then you can fill out a form, and we'll get in touch with you and send you the access to test out Ally on the web. Yeah.
And that's ally.me, M-E. So if you're already a beta tester and you already tick the box for that, you'll be sent the information for that.
Yeah.
And if you have any questions, please go through to our lovely team at support, which is support at letsenvision.com, letsenvision.com. I know that's a mouthful, but it's all over our website too. But thank you, Michael. Really great to have you here on Turkey Day. We also had a question coming in on YouTube, and I'm just going to read that out now from Brian Gubb. Will you have reminders, let me see, etc., on the assistant? So on
Yeah.
Ally, will we be able to have, gosh, I hope so. Really? Will we have some
Yeah.
reminders on there?
Yeah, we're gonna have reminders on there. A feature that someone in the community recently proposed, which is getting a fair amount of traction with the Envision, within the Envision team, is also being able to get a wake up call from your ally. You know, so if you're the kind of person who likes to get wake up calls, you could just say, "Ally, hey, can you give me a call tomorrow at 7 a.m. and wake me up?" Right? So Ally would do that for you. So those are things that we're definitely exploring. As a first step, yes, reminders would be something that Ally would do for you, and apart from just accessing your calendar and so on. So we'll work on that as part of our roadmap itself. Another question that I'm also seeing is I'm seeing what version of Ally do I need to be on, or what version of the Envision glasses software do I
Glasses,
need to
yeah.
be on to have Ally? That's from Kezia. So Kezia, you need to be on version 2.9.0. You should be able to access Ally if you're on that particular version. So if you've not yet updated your glasses, I'd say go ahead and please do that, and you'll be able to use Ally going forward, right?
Yep.
Uh, I got a
Yeah.
question again about what languages Ally is able to speak or understand. So at this point, Ally is able to understand about 30 different languages. Of course, there is support for more, but officially we're gonna go ahead and say 30 different languages, including all European languages, a lot of Indian languages, and along with that, we'll also be able to understand and speak Arabic, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, and so on, right? So we'll be adding more languages as we speak, or as Ally continues development. But to begin with, this is what is going to be launched, and this will be available on iOS, Android, the glasses, and the web as well.
Cool, cool. I'm still trying to invite Anatoly here to speak. We're having some problems there. Anybody else got some questions? See anything new? It's a very quiet group. So but let me just check here.
Yeah, I have another question. Again, someone asking, how can I sign up for Ally Beta? So like we mentioned, you can just go ahead and go to ally.me, that's ALLY.me, and then you can just sign up for a beta there, and we'll get in touch with you as soon as possible, and then you'll be able to test Ally across all the platforms. I see a raised hand from Riley.
Yeah,
Okay.
we let Riley. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Riley.
Oh, the audio now is muted. Muted. Currently unmuted.
Oh,
Yeah,
Anatoly.
that,
Yes,
Okay.
finally I success to change to unmuted. Thank you. The question, please, is a really good review you show to us, and also I saw in the YouTube another reviews of the with glasses, but you show work with devices, yes, like a computer or phone. But usually we already have the solution for with devices. I think we really miss a solution for navigation, like detect obstacles, detect what is called cars in the middle of the way, and holes and other. And maybe you have a solution for these issues, please.
yeah. Thanks, Anatoly. I think so with the Envision glasses, or are you with Ally on the Envision glasses, you'd be able to use it outdoors as well as indoors. So you could, for example, ask Ally if it detects any obstacles in your surroundings, or you could ask Ally to let you know if there are any cars that are there in front of you, and so on. Though I have to put a disclaimer out here that as somebody who works in AI and builds this technology, I know that there's always room for error, especially when you want to use Ally for navigation. So though I know in many instances Ally can give you the right responses, but it being a piece of software at the end of the day can also go ahead and in certain instances, like if the lighting is off or if it's too bright, it might not be able to see things as clearly, right? So I would always say, when you use Ally outdoors, be cautious and always stay safe when you use it outdoors. But you can definitely go ahead and take your Ally outdoors and ask it questions about your environment, and Ally will be able to answer that for you.
Is it mean I need to ask each second of the glasses if I have some obstacle or no?
Yes, you will have to do that right now, but very soon we'll have a continuous a video mode where Ally would just always be watching. It would basically go ahead and capture frames every second or every 2 seconds, and then we'll keep checking based on your initial request, right? So you'll be able to do that with Ally as well. But for now, you'll have to go ahead and ask it a question explicitly if you want to get a response. When we'll soon have a continuous mode as well.
Thank you. And additional question, please. What happens with places of noise? For example, in subway, I need to ask which number of train, and in this time I have a lot of noise from other train or this train. Yeah.
Yeah.
We
So
have
I would
some
say,
for noise.
Yeah. So we are, looking into things like noise cancellation and all those things. But what I would recommend is if you are in a subway or if you're in a crowded or noisy environment, you can just always hit the mute button, right? And once you ask the question, that's what I would recommend to do, and that's what I do with Ally when I'm outside. Is that if I know it's in a noisy environment and it can pick up stray pieces of noise, I just ask a question and then I hit the mute button and then I wait for Ally to respond and stuff, right? So you can do that and it makes it easier to use Ally when you're outside.
And Kartik, the
Yeah.
mute button is double tapping on the Envision glasses when you're using Ally. You just double tap on the side, right,
Yeah.
to mute it,
Yeah. You just
or
double tap on the
single
side.
tap, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And another thing I also would recommend is if you're using Ally, for example, on your phones, if you do use, for example, an AirPods to have to have a conversation, I've noticed it, the AirPods, since they do some kind of noise canceling, or most modern earpods do that, or earphones do that, it can help you with having a conversation outside as well.
Mhm. Great, great. Thank you.
Yeah. Hi, Riley.
It is currently
You could unmute yourself.
Okay, I think you said me, but hey,
Yeah.
the first thing I've got to say is thank you so much. I mean, it's so much fun. I mean, I kind of am kind of a person that my nights and days get messed up, and then I can uh talk nonsense to AI, and I'm just having a blast. Um,
Oh.
One question. Um, it seems to cut off quite a bit. It just stops in the middle
Hmm.
of something. You have to tell it to repeat. Is there something I'm doing? Is that a me problem?
So Riley, are you on Android?
No, I'm on Apple.
Okay. So sometimes what I've noticed happens with phones in general, especially if you're using Ally on a speakerphone, is it sometimes picks up like stray noises, or even some kind even small disturbances, and it can interrupt itself. So this is a key problem that many conversational assistants have nowadays. Again, my recommendation be, if you are in an environment where there's some kind of a background noise, you can just mute yourself after you have asked Ally your question, and that should basically help it from getting cut off or having to repeat itself. So this is what we have noticed, and of course we're trying to do as much work as possible to improve this over time, and hopefully technology gets better with noise canceling as well.
Well, thank you very much. I love this, and I can't wait to see what else we can do. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, really. Thank you so much for thanking us on Thanksgiving. That's
Yeah, thanks. Lots of
nice.
thanks, Riley. And Riley, keep bringing your feedback as well. So really appreciate it and keep having fun. Cool. I am now going to see. Let me just check.
Yeah, there's Terry.
Terry, yeah,
Uh,
Terry,
yeah,
thank
just
you.
bringing Terry on.
Oh, you're bringing Terry on. Oh, brilliant. Okay,
Yeah.
you go ahead with that one.
Hi there, and happy Thanksgiving to those of you who celebrate it. And I'm very thankful for Envision as well. But I have a question. With the Ally glasses, I a lot of times when I ask it a question, it goes back to asking me how I'm doing. First, it
Mm.
starts out on the right time, and then it goes, "How are you doing this evening?" I'm like, "Wait a minute, it's the afternoon." But one thing I tried yesterday, and this could just be because it's not as advanced yet, but I asked it to look at my oven to see what the temperature was while it was heating up, um, and it kept asking me how I was doing. So is this
Mm.
something that Ally is eventually going to be able to do with the glasses? It is going to be able to read stuff and everything, right? Or
Yeah,
it should
it
be
will be
doing
able
it
to
now.
read. Yeah, it should be able to read stuff as well. So I'd love to actually have a chat with you one-on-one later
Okay,
about how
sure.
we can about exactly what's going on when you do this.
Sure.
And we can troubleshoot this. So if you're on the Slack group for the beta testers, you can just DM me, or I'll find you there
I will.
and I'll DM you.
All
And
right.
we can actually have a discussion. Yeah, just schedule a
Great.
call to see it. But
Okay.
allies would be able to do that. And I've seen other people read their oven timers, or when they're looking at a screen. And so
Okay.
I'm just curious what
Sure.
specifically is happening here, and we can try to
Okay.
fix it.
I'll
Yeah.
try to do it. I won't be able to do it today because I'm in the middle of Thanksgiving turkey and so on.
Yeah,
I'll do
go
it
ahead,
later.
enjoy yourself.
Okay.
Enjoy yourself. I'm always around if you want to have a chat, and we can do that. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, Dr.
Okay. And I've got some more questions here. I think one of the questions is from a user who asks, do I need to have the 2024 pass to use Ally on the glasses? Yes, you will need access to the 2024 pass. And we're going to be going ahead and putting out the 2025 pass as well this week, or the coming week. So you'll be able to go ahead and purchase the 2025 pass if you haven't already. And you can update to 2.9.0 and try out the Envision, try out Ally on the Envision glasses. So I think it answers two questions, because Kezia also asked me that question on chat. So I'm just answering her as well. Luke asks, sorry, I couldn't hear or understand the info about other languages. Could you repeat or answer by email? So we'll definitely drop you an email, and if you're part of the Slack group, once this feature goes live, we will let you know what languages you can talk to Ally in. And of course, this list will increase over time, and it covers most of the languages that are popularly spoken today. You guys, I'm just going to bring on Vanessa P. So I'm just going to bring on.
Full name.
Hello.
Hello. Hi, Vanessa.
Hi. Hi there. I just wanted to say I don't have enough words to say thank you, Kartik, and to the Envision family for this this gift. So thank you. I have a question. I might have missed this, but are we able to share and copy the feedback from Ally? Or is that something that is going to be in the future process?
So if you're using Ally in text mode, so if you're texting Ally, you should be able to copy the messages that Ally sends you, and you can, of course, copy it like how you would copy a regular text message and then share it with people. But if you are using the voice mode on Ally, you won't be able to do that as of now. But we are working on a feature, a conversation history feature on Ally, which basically shows you all the conversations that you've had, and then you can just easily copy it, copy text from it and share it with others. So that is coming soon, in general. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much again.
Thank you. I have a question. It asks me from Michael. The question is, how many calendars can I connect to my Ally? Okay, so at the moment, we'll be able to connect to the Apple calendars and the Google Calendar, and over time, as in, depending on what other popular calendars are out there that we haven't really covered, we'll be adding support for that over time. So.
Kartik, I have one for you from chatting here with, sorry guys, I've got my phone out because I'm looking at our YouTube channel at the same time, and I'm not the world's best multitasker in your imagination, but Brian Brian is asking some great questions here, and he's also asking about navigation in general, right? Will Ali be able to help me navigate, and what about street navigation like maps? I think you mentioned navigation earlier, but particularly around maps and things like that. Have you got to get back to Brian on that?
Yeah, no, I think with the maps, it's still something that we're yet to decide on. Like, how do we actually work on the integration and so on? My best guess is, depending on how many people really want this, it could be coming it would be on our roadmap for the coming year. But there's a lot of thought we have to put behind this. For example, how do we actually parse, like the directions and so on, right? How do we actually, make this work seamlessly into a conversational, mode, and stuff. So I'm assuming it's definitely something that we'll look into, but I don't have a specific timeline for when this is actually going to be there. So hopefully soon. Yeah. Michael also asks me, what plans might you have about making Ally available through smart speakers such as Amazon Echo? Great question. So we probably might, be doing that at some point. So the main aim with Ally that we have is to make this as ubiquitous as possible, which is just a fancy way of saying, like, Ally everywhere, right? Like, if you want Ally on your WhatsApp or your iMessage or your Telegram as a bot, Ally would be there for you. If you want to give it a phone call or have a phone conversation with it, Ally would be there for you. And similarly, I think when we see platforms that we can easily get onto, like the Echo or any other such platform that might come in the future, we'll definitely put Ally on that as well. So you should be able to have a conversation with Ally seamlessly across any and all of your devices and stuff. So we don't have concrete plans for Amazon Echo, but once we get the main platforms that people really use covered, we'll start looking into other such platforms as well. Okay. Any more raised hands that
No,
any questions that
not
we can
that I'm
answer?
seeing here, but Luke's just shared a really sweet story. I'm going to read it out, Luke, if you don't mind. That was really nice. He said, first of all, you're doing a great job at Envision. Well, thank you. We couldn't do it without you all. But anyway, my most recent wonderful surprise with Ally was my iPhone mounted on a camera stand and telling me the numbers on the display of the treadmill on which I was running. Every now and then, I asked Ally to announce the time and speed, and this worked fine. Congratulations. Now, as a fellow runner, certainly one who's low vision, isn't this fantastic? I can't wait till we can get Ally on some running glasses, but thankfully they didn't put me in the development team. So, but that's a lovely story, Luke. Thank you for sharing it with us. Really nice. I'm just checking now. I think we've answered most of them, and I am mindful of the time here because we got folks here who we have another quarter of an hour, but I just think we've probably answered most of the questions for now. I'm just seeing. Anything else? Let's see, what was that one? Yeah, no, it was around packages. So I think we've answered most of them, guys and girls. So yeah, I don't have anything more to add right now except to say thank you. Kartik, thanks for your time today. And thank you to all of you for being with us on Thanksgiving. Lots of thankfulness going on today. If they have any questions at all, please reach out to us. I mean, there's so many ways to do that through our channels, but always at the support email is always good. And, do join one of our communities if you haven't already. We're in groups, Facebook, X, and Telegram. Yes, so hopefully see you there. And we'll be in touch. We'll follow up from this and give you the link to sign up for our December webinar. Hope to see you and hear you then. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Have a great holiday and see you soon.
Yeah.